if you dream and you're just starting out and you don't think you're really good at it, just say this to yourself. You are great. You are smart. Over time, you will become a master at this. Just say those 3 phrases to yourself. I hope it inspires you to actually keep working with your craft. And if you keep working with your craft, you will get better.
Hey, this is Raina Campbell, your Chief Dream Driver, and welcome to the No Parking Podcast, where through conversations and discussions with creators like yourself, we'll find interesting approaches to help you take your dreams out of park, put them in drive, and ride towards success. You all are in for a treat today. Welcome to episode 142 of the Dreams and Drive podcast, and we are going to be speaking with 9 and 10-year-old Connor and Logan Littlejohn. The two are writers, authors, musicians, artists, and I am just so thrilled to have them on the show. Their mom is actually episode 30 guest, Amanda Miller Littlejohn. Editing this episode made me tear up a little bit because I remember what it was like to be a 9-year-old, a 10-year-old, and have this dream and be out here hustling for the dream. And when I said I was hustling for the dream at 9 and 10, I really was. I remember, if you follow me on Instagram, you probably heard this story. Me and my friends, Samantha and Katrina actually now is a YouTuber. Her name is Taste Pink. But I remember back in the day, we had this girl group, KRS. We made songs. We performed in the school talent shows. We each had our own thing that we loved. Samantha was probably the only one that could actually sing out of all 3 of us. But we had our jobs and we just had these dreams. And, you know, as we grew up, we kind of drifted and did other things. But I start every interview out with going back to what inspired you as a child for a reason. And so to have these 2 boys on the show today to give us their 9 and 10-year-old perspectives, raw, uncut, is a blessing, and I hope it inspires anyone who's stuck. If you're feeling stuck, if you don't know where to start, if you feel paused, if you're in neutral, if you're in reverse, go back to that childhood you to find some answers. I want to say shout out to all the parents out there fueling their kids' dreams. Shout out to Amanda. When you hear her boys speak, you're going to be like, wow, they have great parents. Shout out to Legacy Creation. Shout out to people who are fueling kids and allowing them to be themselves and allowing them to really discover their passions. I think that it's really, really important. If I'm ever blessed to have a child or children, this episode really showed me just how important it is to let that child be themselves and let them discover just the joy of art and the joy of creating, whatever it is, right? The joy of research, the joy of all that stuff. So you guys are going to really love this episode. And if you love it, which I hope that you do, please share it on social, screenshot it, share it with a friend. We are on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Dreams and Drive, and you can use the hashtag Dreams and Drive as well. I also invite you to come and hang out with us on Facebook. If you want to join our Facebook group, just go to dreamsanddrive.com/Facebook, or you can just search Dream Driver Mastermind the next time you are signed on. Our show notes are always at dreamsanddrive.com. And our giveaway of the week this week is a Dreams and Drive t-shirt. So if you want a t-shirt, just go to dreamsanddrive.com/win, dreamsanddrive.com/win. Are y'all ready to get inspired by a 9 and 10-year-old? Let's get into this episode. Hi, Logan and Connor. Welcome to this episode of Dreams and Drive. I'm so excited to have you guys on.
Hi. Thank you very much for having us on. It's an honor.
Is this your first podcast interview?
Well, not mine, because I've been interviewed with Packaging Genius, so I guess I'd say basically yes.
Me, Logan, no, I haven't been interviewed before.
Okay, and for our listeners tuning in, Logan and Connor's mom is previous Dreams and Drive guest, Amanda Littlejohn. So you guys, I have to tell you how I heard about you. Your mom posts your work on Facebook all the time. I'm just so impressed by all that you have done. So I can't wait to get into that part of the story. But first, I'm going to ask you a question that I ask all of our guests. And this one is going to be a little twist on it, because normally I ask our guests what inspired them as children. But you guys are children, right? How old are you, Logan and Connor?
Connor, I'm 9, and Logan's 10.
Okay. So what are you guys' favorite things to do right now? What if I had to say what inspires you, how would you answer that?
Well, me, Connor, I'd say that I'm inspired by since I do music, I'm inspired by listening to other artists who make better music than me, and reading books by the favorite authors, because then they inspire me to write books, and my favorite artists, they inspire me to make better music. That's what inspires me.
Okay. And Logan?
I'm inspired by my mother, who's written a book already, and my brother, who's already written a book.
What do you guys want to be when you grow up? I know that it's far away, but right now, what's that dream of yours?
Well, for me, I want to be a musician and a writer.
Hey, Logan, I have a list of things that I want to do. So I want to be an actor, a writer, an artist, and a singer.
Okay, so you guys both love music. How did you get into music?
And back when I was really young, around 2 or 3, I was always using spoons and beating on the counters and banging on the walls, making music. And when I thought it was music, and then my mom bought me a keyboard, and then I started taking piano lessons, and I actually really enjoyed it. I just started doing music and making my own songs, and yeah, it's been really fun. I guess I could say that's where it all started, when I started doing music.
That sounds really cool. What's your favorite instrument?
My favorite instrument is the piano, but that actually is the only instrument that I've ever played before.
So me, Logan, I've always liked to sing around the house, and then when Connor started making music, I was inspired. So I always wanted to find out how to use the app he used, but it was so complicated. But one day I just started playing on the piano. I didn't know how to play, but I just started playing, and then Connor started helping me out, and then we just put it on SoundCloud, and that was our very first song. Not before the champagne. So
okay, you guys, for our dream drivers listening in, I'm definitely going to link to all of Logan and Connor's music. So how did you guys teach yourself, or Connor, how did you teach yourself how to use all the apps and stuff? Did you have to read books? Were you looking on YouTube?
Well, when I use all the apps that I use to make my music, I actually just taught myself. I just started off. When I first started doing it, I wasn't really good at all. I just was playing around with instruments and somehow putting it all together to make 18-second beats. Though they didn't really sound good at all. But over time, I started getting better and knowing how to do it. Getting very much better.
How would you describe, what type of music do you both make? What genre would you say your music falls under?
I'd say it will fall under electronic.
So, Connor, you talked about in the beginning your music wasn't really that good and you had to get better. What advice would you give to somebody who is just starting out and is afraid to really work on their craft?
If you dream and you're just starting out and you don't think you're really good at it, just say this to yourself. You are great. You are smart. Over time, you will become a master at this. Just say those 3 phrases to yourself. I hope it inspires you to actually keep working with your craft. And if you keep working with your craft, you will get better.
And Logan, what would you say to somebody who's, struggling to get better?
Well, if it was someone who was trying to give up their dream, I definitely say to just realize that they're giving up all the work that they've put in, and then they just want to give it up. So I tell them, just realize what you're putting yourself through. For someone who needs help, I would want them to just keep trying and don't give up. They'll eventually get better.
Yeah, right. And I know, take us through, Logan and Connor. So let's say you guys are inspired by something and you say, hey, I want to make a song. Describe that whole process for me.
How we do it?
Mm-hmm.
Or how it feels?
Yeah, how it feels and how you do it.
So usually when I make songs, I'm just playing around with the app. I don't know if the song's gonna be published, because many songs have been published. I'm just playing around until I find something that I really like, and I put some things together. And if they sound good, and if they're just getting pretty good, then I'll actually keep going with it. But if I don't like it, then I just I just don't do it. I just don't finish it. I might finish it, but I don't publish it. But if I feel like it's good enough, I publish it. How it feels, it just feels like really cool. Just know you're doing something that you're gonna put out into the world, and then you know people are gonna enjoy your work because it's your work, and everybody's gonna be able to listen to it. So it just feels really good that you're putting yourself out there.
Well, for me, when we were working on Champagne, since I just made my first song, I was looking at these really cool Apple loops, and I showed them to Connor, and so we started producing it, and we started working on it, and we created a whole song, and then we decided that we should put it on the internet because it was really good, and so we created our duo channel called Locon.
I love that name.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So have you guys ever had any, haters? And I say that, when you tell people in school or when you tell other people about what it is that you're building and what it is that you want to do, has anyone ever been negative to you about what you're doing?
Well, I feel like sometimes when I make music and I put it out there, some people will say it's trash and say it's not good at all.
Who will tell you that? Who says that? People at school or just the internet?
Like some people at school, they'll just say that my songs are bad and they're not really good at all. But I honestly just don't focus on what they say. I just focus on the people who are giving me compliments about it, or about the people who think it's good, who aren't saying it's trash. Because if you're working on something and there are haters out there, don't focus on the haters because then they'll just bring you down.
Right, yeah. Say that again, one more time.
If you're working on something and there are haters, then don't focus on those haters because they'll just bring you down. And that kind of reminds me of something that not only my music, I don't only get haters when I have music, but also now I was working on the book, because when I first released Zombie Tag, there were some people who were just saying it's a really short book, and then people calling it an I can read book. Some people calling it I can't read book, and I was trying not to let them bring me down, and I was just trying to say that I was trying not to focus on them because you can't be successful if you're focusing on the negative.
That's so true. And Logan, what's something that you would tell to somebody who's facing some difficulty and there are people who are telling them to quit, but they don't want to quit? Like, what would you tell that person to inspire them to keep going?
Like Connor said, don't listen to the haters. And then realize if they don't even have anything out, they can't even criticize you if you don't have any, if they don't even have any work out. So they can't even criticize you if they don't have anything to compete with.
That's so true. That is so true. You guys I'm so inspired by you guys right now, because when I was 9 and 10, I don't know if I had such deep thoughts about things. Okay, so Connor, definitely I want to get into you being an author. So I know you mentioned earlier that you like to write and you love music. What inspired you to want to write Tag Your It or Zombie Tag?
It all started on Halloween at school. We had an assignment. We all had to write a spooky story, and it was just a Google document then, but we were all writing our stories at the moment, and I was working on mine, Zombie Tag, and I felt like it was going very well. And I really enjoyed writing it, so I kept working on it. And one day I had finished it, but I showed my mom, and she said it was a really good story, and I should finish it. And then when I finished it, I gave it to her, and then she said we could publish it. So we worked. She designed the cover, started editing, and did all that stuff, and we got the book published. I just felt really excited to know that it just started from an assignment at school, and just from an assignment at school, it went all the way to a book on Amazon.
That is amazing. I'm going to clap for you on this end because imagine in 10 years, right? If you guys both close your eyes right now and you're starting all this stuff now, right? Imagine how much you'll be producing in 10 more years, right? Are you excited about that? You ever think about the future?
Yeah. There are many things. I'm very excited for the future because I'm here now. Who knows what I'll be in 10 years.
So what was the hardest part, Connor? And maybe, Logan, you can tag in because I know you were probably a part of this from the back end. What was the hardest part of publishing a book on Amazon from your perspective?
Honestly, I was worried if people would think it's too short or if people wouldn't like it or if the book wasn't good enough. I was honestly worried that it might have just been better if I had been kind of worried, are we taking it too far publishing it? Is it good enough? And I was getting kind of scared, but when we published it, people actually really enjoyed the book, and I was pretty happy to know that my book was good enough and people were loving it. That just made me really happy.
Logan, what are you most proudest about when it comes to your brother publishing his own book?
I mean, I'm so happy to know that my brother is getting his work out there. And I know that I played a little part in that because I helped my mom design the cover and the back. I'm just glad to know I played a part in his success.
So your mom is an entrepreneur, you guys. I know you guys are really, you know what it is to have your own business and all that stuff. Do you ever think that you'll one day be an entrepreneur? Or do you have other plans?
Sometimes I feel like I'll be successful enough to be an entrepreneur and do all the other things that I really love and hope to do.
I know my mom said that she would actually let me take on her job when she gets old.
Are you interning with her now?
No, I'm actually going through an intern with one of her friends named Hadia Williams. It's an art internship, and I get to work on art and help her out with her art, so... Yeah.
That's really cool. So what's something beyond music and writing and working with your mom? Like, what's a challenge that you guys are facing in your everyday life? Like it seems like, I'm 26 now, so 9 years old and 10 years old was a long time ago for me. But like, what are just some day-to-day things that you guys are working through?
Like challenges?
Yeah, challenges, in school. Is there something that, that it's really tough for you right now, but you're working through it?
I think a problem is when someone says that they don't like my work or if it's terrible or if multiple people just start saying that my work is terrible or if I'm working on something and even I think it's not, even I think that what I'm working on isn't good enough.
Yeah, that's something I feel like that too, right? Like you'll be doing something, you start doubting yourself?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
After we wrote our 2 songs, I felt like giving up on music a little bit because I felt like I was too complicated to put all this music together. And, I mean, the way Connor did all this stuff, it looked so challenging. I didn't know if I'd be able to do it myself.
One thing I noticed that I love about you both is that you guys seem to be really close, right? I don't have any brothers, so I have sisters. I grew up with 2 sisters. What is it like getting to be and work so closely with your brother? Maybe you both can talk about that.
It's just an honor to know you're working with someone, who knows everything about you and knows what you like and knows how you do everything. If you're working with someone like that, it's gonna go really well because you guys know everything about each other,
mm-hmm.
and it's gonna be a really big success because your brother almost knows everything you know if you've lived with them for the past 9 years.
Agreed. I agree with you guys 100%.
And I think it's pretty cool because we know each other so well, so we know what type of stuff we know what we like, so we are able to fit both of what we like into something, and we know how to make things right for both of us. So
I'm going to end out the interview. I'm going to edit this so that I play some of your songs in the background. So Connor, tell me the song that you want our listeners to hear and describe why you love this song or why it's one of your favorite. If I could pick any, so I'm going to pick one of your songs. So just tell me the song that you want me to play a little snippet of for them to hear.
Honestly, I want you to play Champagne.
Champagne. Okay, so describe to me Champagne. This is the one that you both made, right?
What do you mean describe it? Like,
or just what is the song about? What is the inspiration behind it?
I say the inspiration. We're just trying to do something that we hope everybody will love, because I just think that if I'm working alone, then I'm good. If Logan works alone, then he's good. But if we work together, yeah, I'd say that we could do a really great job if we're working together. So basically the message is teamwork makes the dream work.
Ooh, I love that. Teamwork makes the dream work. And Logan, what's your favorite part about this song?
I love the horns and the piano. It's just so nice how the song is just well put together, how we did it. And I was so surprised when we finished it. I was like, I can't believe we made this.
Listen, when I heard it, when your mom posted it on Facebook, I was like, I can't believe they made it either. It's so good. I've had it on repeat, which is what inspired me to ask your mom if it would be all right to have you guys on my show. That's how impressed I was.
I was so impressed how I was just proud of myself, because I was like, we did this. We have so many talents, and then we just realize it, and it's just amazing.
Last question, right? You know, our podcast is called Dreams and Drive, and I call our audience members dream drivers. What does being a dream driver mean to you?
Though I'm just becoming a dream driver, so I believe that a dream driver is a person who always follows their dreams. So if you have a dream, always work with it. No matter what it is, you always work with it. And even if you don't accomplish it, you always go with your dream or what your dream is. Yeah, I pretty much agree with Connor, but also you follow your dreams and you go out to achieve your dreams.
Thank you guys so much. So I have a quick bonus question, because I know our listeners are probably wondering it. Who are your favorite music artists? Who are your inspirations? Both of you give me two of your favorite musicians.
Well, my two favorite musicians, one, Robert Glasper, and number two is Justin Timberlake.
What's your favorite Justin Timberlake song?
I don't know. I'd say most of them are good, but I can't pick a favorite. I don't think I have one. I'm not sure. I mean, I like a lot of different type of music. I think I like Justin Timberlake and Drake.
Okay, Drake. Okay. So you're a Drake person. Okay. Oh, you know what? I didn't do the lightning round with you, so I'm going to do the lightning round. I do this with all of our dream drivers or all of our guests. I'm going to give you guys both a prompt. So I'm going to say a word, and I want you to tell me the first thing that comes to mind, okay?
All right.
So, and we're going to be sticking with our whole dream driving metaphor. So think about that whole idea when you answer the question, okay? So the first word is park.
Pause.
Stop.
Reverse.
Backwards.
Give up.
Neutral.
That's hard.
I'd say mutual.
Yeah, mutual. Definitely mutual.
And then last but not least, drive.
Achieve.
Go.
Okay, and if you want to be a dream driver, you have to have your keys to success. So Connor and Logan, tell me 3 things that you think every dream driver needs in their toolkit before they hit the road.
Before you hit the road, all you need is a dream, a plan, and a brand new box.
Okay.
For me, you need an inspiring mom.
Aww.
A brand new box and a dream.
Okay. And you guys, we have to shout out to your mom. So, your mom is going to be listening to this. And she's going to share this with her friends and all of her followers. What's one thing you want to say to your mom today?
I'd like to say thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for helping us find our dreams and helping us package them, because I feel like without you, I wouldn't know what I was good for. But I just wouldn't know why I'm here today.
Well, I'd like to say I love you so much, and without you, I wouldn't be here right now.
Yes, I love you too.
And Connor and Logan, can you tell our dream drivers where they can find you online if they want to hear more of your music or if they want to buy your book?
If you're looking for Zombie Tag, go to Amazon.com, then search up Zombie Tag Connor Littlejohn.
For our music, you can go to SoundCloud.com and look up Locon.
All right.
Locon, DJ Connor B, or Lolo.
Okay. Thank you so much, guys. It's been a pleasure to have you on, and I can't wait for our dream drivers to check out all of your stuff, because I know they will be impressed, and you'll get a lot more followers today, okay?
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, so that's a wrap for episode 142 with Connor and Logan Littlejohn. I hope that you enjoyed hearing their dream driving journey, which has just begun, and their keys to success. If you love this episode, guys, if you did not feel a little bit inspired, then I think you need to listen to this one again. Please share it with a friend. The best way to share it is to go on Instagram and post a screenshot of you listening, put it on your Instagram story, whatever you want to do, whether you post it to Twitter or Facebook, just share it with somebody. Heck, if you text it to someone, if you email it to someone, say, hey, listen to episode 142 with Connor and Logan. These 9 and 10-year-olds, these boys are really out here killing it, and they're pursuing their passions, and it's something that we all can do in our life, right? When we're stuck, we need to go back to that childhood self of ours and think about, what was childhood me doing? What was inspiring me? How did I look at the world? How fearless was I back then? Because when we're kids, we don't know what we don't know. We don't know how big and bad and scary the world can be. You heard Connor talking about haters. You heard Logan talking about how you have to stay focused on what you're doing. Take those lessons today and apply them to your life. Please, please, please. Remember, we are giving away a Dreams and Drive t-shirt as our giveaway of the week. So if you want to enter to win a Dreams and Drive tee, just go to dreamsanddrive.com/win. That's dreamsanddrive.com/win. And you do not have to wait to enter a giveaway. If you want to get some Dreams and Drive gear, just go to dreamsanddrive.com/shop if you want to buy something. And we also have an email template that you can also buy if you are a interviewer and you have a podcast and you need some help with your guest outreach and your guest pitching and how to send guest emails once they have booked with you and all that stuff. Go to dreamsanddrive.com/shop and you can buy one of those email templates there. Please, please, please come and join our Facebook group. If you are not part of the Dreams and Drive Facebook group, just go to dreamsanddrive.com/Facebook or search Dream Driver Mastermind the next time you are online. And if you want to join our newsletter, our online newsletter, which is called The Keys. Yeah, I know it's a little corny, but whatever. Just type in dreamsanddrive.com/join, dreamsanddrive.com/join, and you will automatically be entered into our newsletter group. And I'm smiling right now because I know that Connor and Logan, when they hear this episode, are going to be beaming with joy and pride, and going to be so excited. And that's the stuff that really gets me going, right? These boys, for the rest of their life, will always have on record this moment. And I just hope that if they ever, when they're older, if they ever have a time where they doubt themselves and they don't know why they're doing whatever it is they're doing, that this podcast still exists. And I hope that they can go back and hear just how excited and how curious they were about their futures. And I know it will be bright, because that song Champagne is kind of popping, y'all. Y'all know it's popping. Just go to their SoundCloud. Please, please, please go to their SoundCloud, listen to it, repost it to your own page, share it with somebody. You never know where this may take them, right? You never know. Keep dreaming, keep driving, and we'll chat again in episode 143. Bye, guys.